Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. How was your holiday? Holidays? How was your holidays? 5 days now. What did you do?
They all were lazy, ma'am. They did nothing. They all were sleeping the whole day. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Yeah, that I can see. Yeah, all of you are not. What? Nobody's speaking?
Where are they? They must be having a mouthful of breakfast right now, isn't it? See, I
Yeah.
can still see them without the camera. See, Amina is eating a breakfast. Farhana still in her pajamas. Mozam Mudabar are still on the bed.
Yeah, after so many days, nobody likes to wake up early, right?
This is early for them, 10 o'clock.
For children, it's early only. On holidays, usually they wake up late.
Yeah, but I think good break for everybody. They must be all re-excited and all ready to join in, ma'am. How were the exam papers? They were all did well, ma'am. I saw the paper, but I love the way you put the comments, and I think you know your kids very well now.
Yeah, in 1 month, whatever I observed, I just put it in comment form.
Okay, no, I really think that they must be excited to meet you. Most of them have not met you in person,
Right.
and now that you know all each other so well,
Right.
I
Yeah, they
think
have been asking me marks also all the time on messages that what was my mark.
They did that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I was the one. I had to compile a lot of other marks. So Shruti ma'am was the first one. So all the kids should know she's the first one to compile everything. It was like last week itself she gave. But not all teachers are very. They all were lazy. All your teachers are just like you. It's okay. We give it some time. You'll get your marks by today for sure. I think Abdullah is left. Who else is there? Most of them are here, ma'am. We can get started. It's your class. I'll let Sophia in.
Okay, so just switch on your video so that I can see you all.
See, I told you, Amina is still having breakfast. See, can you see her mouth is full? And Farhana is still in her pajamas. See, there, okay. Sakleen is there. Oh, Mozam Mudabar, I can see you sleeping on the bed.
Okay. Okay, so what we were doing in the last class? Anybody remember what was the topic we did in science before the assessment? Farhana, again, your sound, some problem is there. Anyone else? Only Farhana remembers what we were doing in the previous, before the assessment in the session. What topic we were doing? Yes, Farhana, correct. Nervous system. Nobody remembers? Okay. What did we do in nervous system? Muneem, what did we do in nervous system? What, any sentence, anything you remember we did in nervous system? You don't revise? You should see at least what we did.
We did about stimulus and.
Correct. We did stimulus and response. Then what else? You remember what is stimulus? What is response? Mozam, what is stimulus? It's okay. You can try. No? At least when you try, then you understand whether you have.
Some change in environment.
Correct. It is a change in environment. It can be internal or external environment. And what is response? Yes, explain. What is response? You can give me an example. So many examples we did in the class. Remember any example? Safia, do you remember any example? What is it?
Picking up the ball.
Yeah, explain.
Picking up the ball.
Picking of the ball. So, what is stimulus? What is response?
Picking the ball is the response.
Yeah. So, but response should come in reaction to a stimulus. So there should be some stimulus. What was the stimulus?
Ball hitting the wall.
kicking the ball and hitting the ball is same, na? You are kicking the ball, right? You're saying, what is the incident happening?
Ma'am,
Yes, Umaira?
someone kicked the ball is the stimuli, and when you stop the ball, it is the response.
Okay, fine, yes. Someone hits the ball, that is, you see, actually, what is the stimulus? You see the ball coming towards you. That is the stimulus, okay? And then you are kicking the ball, that is your response, okay? So, what is response then? Amina, what is a response?
When you're going to do the action.
So, when you react to a certain stimulus, that is your response, right? So, you do the action in response of something. So, that is your response. Is it clear?
Yes.
Stimulus.
Ma'am, I have one more example. When
Example,
you plan to go for a movie, that's a stimulus, and then when you actually go, that's response.
Planning is not a stimulus.
Like when you hear about a movie,
when
and
you
then
hear something.
that's stimulus, and then when
Planning
you
is
actually go and watch the movie, is response.
Yeah. So when you're planning, that is brain involved. That is your integration. That is taking place in your brain. So when you see something, see, stimulus is what? Stimulus, and what term was there? Two terms were there. Stimulus is taken from which type of organ? Okay, I have to repeat everything now. Huh? No.
Ma'am.
This is the middle part where it.
Yes.
Do you remember receptor?
Yes.
And effector.
Correct. Receptor and effector. So what was receptor?
Receptor is the organ like eyes, nose, or ear.
Very good.
It
Yes.
would be the receptor, and the effector would be our hands or
Muscles.
or something. Yes.
The muscles, the glands, okay, which move or which react in response to the stimulus given. Okay. So let us start. Again, I'll give a little bit of revision so that you recall everything.
Yes.
Okay. Before that, let us do some word search on nervous system. So now you will be familiar with the word search on nervous system. Means so these are the terms which we'll be using in nervous system. Brain, you already know. Cells, cerebellum, cerebral. These are the parts of brain. Cerebrum, cord, cortex, messages, nerve, spinal, stem, thalamus. So these are various parts of brain. Now, can you find out these words in this word search? Anybody has found? Yes, Mudabbir.
I found stem.
Yes, where is it? You can mark it.
Ma'am, I found cortex.
Cortex. Okay, where is stem, Mudabbir? Yeah, this is stem. Yes, Umaira, where is cortex? Yes, correct, cortex. What is it?
I found nerves.
And I found messages.
Yes, messages. Where is message?
Ma'am.
I think this is message. Okay, where is now?
Beside this, stem.
Beside stem is
N-E-R-V-E.
yes, correct. Nerve.
Can you
These
mark
are
it?
cells. Yes, correct. Cells. What else? Can you go this side? See what is it? What is it? Cerebral. The top line. This is cerebral. Yes. Then now done. Spinal is left. Thalamus is left. Messages done. Cortex. Yes, cortex found out. Where is
Ma'am,
cerebellum?
Harsha.
Anybody else has found? Yes, called. What is it?
Ma'am, brain.
Yes,
Ma'am,
correct.
I found spinal, ma'am.
Where is spinal?
It is just a minute. It's not working. It's near cortex, ma'am. Left side of
Cortex.
C. Left side of C. Yes, sir. It goes slanting.
Yes, spinal. Yes, this is spinal. Correct. All words found? Nerve, spinal, stem, thalamus is left. Cerebral also found. Cerebellum. Cerebellum is left. Okay, let us see. Can you see the answers? We have found all. Spinal, this was cerebellum was left. Okay. Just erase this. Sorry, yeah. Okay. Okay, so moving on, let us see what we did in the class last time. Nervous system. Now, nervous system, already I told, anybody knows what is nervous system? Yes? What is nervous system? What does it control? What is it responsible for? Yes, Afia?
Brain.
Yeah?
The brain.
Yeah, it consists of brain. Brain is the major part of nervous system. But what does it do? See, what
It sends messages from brain
It sends
to the nerves to
messages.
the other body part.
Correct, very good. So it takes messages from external environment, takes it to the brain, brain takes the decision, and then accordingly you act. So basically, nervous system is responsible for thinking, for your thought process, for memory, for control and coordination of the messages in your body, for balance. So mainly, major part of the function is carried out by your nervous system. Okay, whatever memory. But I want to ask one question. When you sleep, so what does your brain do?
It still works.
It still works. Yes, it works. So that, and what does it do? It works and it removes the what do you say, which the parts which are not required, so that when you wake up, you are fresh with the new memory and what do you say, whatever is required for your body, that it keeps in the mind. Okay, so it refreshes your body. It gets refreshed when you sleep. Okay, so nervous system is basically responsible for all the thought process. Just a moment. Huh? Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So nervous system is responsible for all the control, coordination, the thinking, the thought process, the memory, the dreams also you get. All these things come under nervous system. Okay. Now, what happens? Now, this diagram I already explained you in the last class. Anybody can explain this diagram? Or do you want me to explain? Nobody remembers? So I have to repeat everything. Okay, so the nervous system has three functions. What did I tell you? there are receptors present in the sense organs. So through receptors, we get the nervous system connects the external environment and the brain. Okay. So what it happens through receptors are thousands of cells present in the sense organs. Receptor can be your eye, it can be your ear, it can be your tongue, it can be your skin. What left? So 5 sense organs are there. Okay. So it can be your ear also. So through receptors, the receptors take the external information, which can be change in temperature, which can be sound, which can be pressure change, or which can be pH change, anything, pressure change. So these things, whatever external environment change takes place, these are taken by the receptors present in the sense organ. For example, this person is seeing a glass of water. So this information is taken by the receptors present in the eyes, and this information is called as sensory input. The information gathered by the receptor is called as sensory input. Now this input gets changed into electrical signal. You know, electrical signals, you see electrical cables throughout the city, and you get electricity through the electrical cables, right? Cables are like wire-like structures. All of you have seen electrical cables. All of you have seen the cables, electrical cables. So they take electricity or electrical signals. Same way here also in our body, the messages, the information, the sensory input is converted into electrical signals. And here also they are carried through the nerves. Now nerves are the cable-like things only. Nerves are, you can say, the electrical cables. Same way, nerves are rope-like structures present in our body, which are made up of number of nerve cells. Okay, so these nerves take this electrical signal, which is sensory input, to the brain, where integration takes place, means analysis takes place in the brain. The brain takes the decision, and then it takes again in the form of electrical signal. This is sent back through the nerves again, and these nerves are called as motor nerves, and these nerves are called as sensory nerves. So the color of the diagram, you can see the colors are different. Blue color means these are taking, not actually different. The nerves are not actually in different color, just to show you that these nerves are different, because the sensory nerves carry sensory input information to the brain, and the motor nerves carry the output information to the muscles. So whatever decision brain has taken, depending on the input, the sensory input, it gives the information, the message to this hand muscle. So this nerve is, and again how it will go? It will go through the nerves, like the electrical signal, transfer of electrical signal takes place through electrical cables. Here, the electrical messages are transferred through the nerves. Okay. Now, this nerve is called as sensory nerve. This nerve is called as motor nerve. And whatever action or whatever command is given to to the muscle, it is called as motor output. This is sensory input, which is taking the information which is moving inside is sensory input, passes through the sensory nerves. Here integration takes place, gives its decision based on whatever the input is there, and this information is transferred through the nerves again, but these nerves are different. These nerves are called as motor nerves. So through motor nerves, this command is passed to the muscles, and suppose the brain says, lift the glass of water. Okay, you have seen a glass of water. This message goes to the brain through sensory nerve. Seeing the glass of water, this is your message. This is your sensory input. This is gone to the brain. Brain says to lift the glass of water. So this goes as motor output. So motor output is lifting of water. And you already know these are receptors and these are muscles are effector. Okay, so instead of saying sensory nerves and motor nerves, they are also called as efferent nerve and efferent nerve. Okay, These terms are also used. Sensory nerve you can say, or efferent nerve you can say. And here you can say efferent nerve. See the direction over here, the skin and muscle. The skin takes, suppose you are, you touched something. So this is your skin is your receptor. So receptor converts the signal, converts the message into electrical signal. So these, the arrow shows the direction. Electrical signal passes through these nerves, which are called as efferent nerve or sensory nerve, goes to the brain, and in brain takes place analysis and integration, and then brain gives its decision, and it goes back through the motor nerve or efferent nerve, and gives its command to the muscle. So that muscle, the hand or whatever it is, if it is a hot object, you pull back your hand. So this is your muscle. The brain is giving command to the muscle to pull back your hand. This we did in stimulus and response also. Stimulus is the same thing. You get a stimulus and this is the response. Pulling back of your hand is your response. Okay. So stimulus is any change in external environment, and response is movement of the muscle or gland. Is it clear? Is it clear now? You will not forget. This is the whole cycle which takes place. Now, anyone can repeat and explain me this? Anyone who can explain this once again? The same thing which I explained just now. Can repeat? The diagram is there. You have to use sensory input, sensory nerve, integration, motor nerve, motor output. That's all. These 4 or 5 terms you have to use and explain. That's all. See, whenever you write, I just want to, yeah, Munir, you want to speak? Okay, before that, I just wanted to say one thing. When I was checking your papers, the science paper, when it is asked that write 2 points, then you have to mention 2 important points. Like, suppose you write 4 or 5 points also, but the points are not important for that question, then it will not be marked. Okay, many of you wrote in this bile function of bile, 2 points was asked. I think bile ka 2 function was asked. So 2 point it is asked, so you have to write 2 function. One, everyone has written that it breaks down fat. The second point is, anyone remember what is the second point?
It produces bile.
No, bile ka function was asked. Yes, Safia. Some of you have written. Mudabbir, Muazzam, you have written. Do you remember what you have written? The second point you have written correctly, but you remember or not?
Ma'am, the bile is present in gallbladder.
You should remember. Bile is actually 2 points are there. The stomach food, when it is coming from a stomach, it is acidic. So bile makes it alkaline. Okay. Understood? The second point, the second function of bile was that it makes the food alkaline, because already the food coming from stomach is acidic. This is the second important function of bile. And first one is it breaks fat into fatty acid. That everyone has written. Okay?
Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am.
Yeah?
When you are breathing, what is the stimulus over there?
See, when you are breathing takes place, it is a involuntary action, means you don't think about it, right? Stimulus and response part is where we are thinking. When we do the parts of circulatory system, we'll see that some of the process which our body do not require thinking. Breathing is one thing. Second is heartbeat. Third is digestion. That also does not require, you don't think that now my food should be digested. You don't think about it. You
Eye blinking.
Get digested. Huh? Yeah, Munir?
Eye blinking is also.
Yeah, eye blinking is also, you can say it does on its own. You see, some of the activities do not require thinking. So when these activities do not require a stimulus to act, is it clear?
Yes.
Is it clear to you? So the activities which are performed by our body are done on its own, means we do not require a thinking on it. So those activities are involuntary action, and like heartbeat, like breathing. So they do not.
I'm even hearing that, right? Because we don't say that we are hearing this.
No, hearing is fine. Hearing, you are receiving something. Hearing, see, wherever sense organ are being used, you are hearing me, right? And then you are understanding. So this is a stimulus and response, right? Hearing is the stimulus given. I'm speaking, so you are hearing. So you are hearing through your ear. So that is the stimulus given. Whatever I'm speaking goes to brain. You analyze, okay, this happens like this. You understand and memorize. So these are the things happening in your brain. Okay. And then your brain say, okay, say yes, ma'am. So you say, yes, ma'am, I understood. So that is your response. Is it clear? So your mouth muscle move and you say. Is it clear? Understood? So this is stimulus and response, but all activities of your body do not require stimulus and response because some of the action takes place on its own. Is it clear? Okay. Now who will explain this whole circle?
But ma'am, obviously the lungs are also getting message right from the brain.
Lungs is getting message from brain.
No, sir, I mean the heart. To pump.
Lungs does
No,
not.
heart.
Heart doesn't get any message from see.
Because if the heart doesn't pump, we'll die.
It has to pump. Okay, brain says or does not say. It has to pump. So see, brain is there whenever we are thinking. So brain sends brain sends information to, see, it is happening automatically. We don't think about it. Brain in breathing also, brain sends command to the diaphragm. You remember why it sends command to diaphragm? To contract so that the lungs expand and air moves in. Inhalation takes place. Okay? So, but we are not thinking purposely and seeing something that we need to breathe now because air is there, we need to breathe now. We don't think about it. Okay? So it is, this is also a part of the nervous system. A brain controls it, but the message does not go to the brain. It does on its own. Is it clear? Means the stimulus is not there. Got it? Is it clear, everyone? Okay, so this thing is clear or not? If it is clear, please explain me. How will you explain this diagram? Because if this is clear, then only we can proceed.
Ma'am, I explain.
Yeah, Munir, explain.
Ma'am, you see the glass, and from the sensory input, the message goes to the brain and integration, and then the brain.
When you see a glass, that is, what is it? This information is called as what? No. We are talking about, now we have left stimulus and response. Now we are doing sensory input, sensory nerve. These things should be used in your answer.
Sensory input.
So this is sensory input. Then sensory input is getting converted into what?
Motor output.
That is the last step.
Electrical signals.
Yes, it gets
Then
converted into.
it goes through the sensory nerves to the brain, and then to the
sensory nerves to the brain. Yes, then brain.
And then
the brain.
After that, the brain takes it to the motor output.
Correct. Through what?
Motor nerves.
Motor nerves.
Motor nerves, and to the muscles. These muscles are called as effector, and these nerves are called as motor nerves. And the action is called as motor output. So there is a connection between sensory input and motor output through the brain, where integration takes place. Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So just practice writing some points whenever, even if I'm taking class, you can write some points so that with for the next class, you can have a little revision what we did in the previous class. Okay. So writing is important. That I observed in your test papers also, that writing part, the tick mark part is okay. All of you do very well. The subjective question, 2 marks, 2 point, 3 point answer, you don't write it properly. So just practice now, because now you have gone to 7th, 8th standard. So you need to write the answer properly. Put whatever is in your mind, put it in proper words, and the key points and the key words are very important. Like here I told you, sensory input, sensory nerves, integration, motor nerves, motor output. These are the key words that you have to use in your answer. Okay. Okay. So this is, you can see the nervous system. You can see the electrical cables. The same way as the electricity is getting transferred from the power station to our homes through the electrical cable network, same way you can see these nerves are there in our body, which carry messages as sensory input to the brain through the spinal cord, and the decision is taken back through the nerves again to the muscles and glands, and the action is done. So these are also nerves. These nerves can be taken as cables, the electrical cables, because these are also carrying the electrical signals. But these signals are actually the messages that you are taking from the receptors and bringing it to the brain. Okay, so the nervous system has two parts: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system consists of only this brain and the spinal cord. You know where is spinal cord? All of you know where is spinal cord? There is spinal cord. Where is spinal cord, Abdullah?
Back.
So usually we say it has backbone also. Okay. Spinal cord is very important part of our body, and it is, although you can touch and see, it is very hard. The backbone is very hard. Actually, the spinal cord is a thread. Cord means, you know what is cord? Cord means thread, na? So the spinal cord is a thread. It is protected inside our vertebral column. That is why this portion is very hard. The back portion is very hard because it is protected inside a vertical column. Like our brain is protected inside skull, right? Your brain is not that hard. It is a skull. And inside the skull is the brain. And brain is protected by skull. Same way the spinal cord is protected. If there is a problem in the spinal cord, you cannot stand, you cannot walk, because that is the main part of your body to make it erect. Okay. You have seen, you can have a research on scientist. I think Stephen Hawking, you have heard? You can just see.
Yes.
You know what disease was, some illness was there. It was some motor nerve disease. You just find out, because I don't remember it. He was not able to speak. Initially he was fine, but when this disease occurred, motor nerve disease related to motor nerve. That means his brain was functioning properly, but he was not able to walk. He cannot, because whatever brain is thinking, whatever it is. Why? Because motor nerve, what does it do? It provides a motor output. Like if I say the brain says you have to speak. So the motor nerve only take this information to my mouth and I'm able to speak. But if this motor nerve has got problem, I have the decision in my mind, but I'm not able to perform, right? So that is why the person was not able to walk, not able to do. You can do a research and find out about him, what happened to him. Okay, he's no more now, but he was a genius, a physicist. Okay, so central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. And peripheral nervous system consists of the nerves which take the information to the spinal cord and brain. So in peripheral nervous system, you have motor nerves and sensory nerves both. Okay, whatever nerves are there in our body, this comes under the peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system consists of only brain and the spinal cord. Okay. Nervous system has got three functions. We have already done: sensory input, integration, and motor output. This is clear to everyone? Okay. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system is cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Why cranial? Cranial means the nerves present in the brain, and spinal nerves means the nerves connected to the spinal cord. Is it clear? Cranial means the nerves which are present in brain, and spinal means the nerves which are connected to the spinal cord. Now here just see what is happening. When you see, whenever any stimulus is there, the receptors take it take it through the sensory neurons. Neurons are actually, the nerves are made up of neurons, means the nerve cell is called as neuron, and it is the biggest cell in our body. Neuron is the longest cell in our body. So neurons, sensory neuron you can say, or sensory nerves, takes it to the brain. Brain mein analysis takes place. Interneuron is there. Interneuron means which connects the sensory neuron to motor neuron, and then sends the signal through the motor neuron to the spinal cord through the muscles. Okay, so this circle taking place here, the diagram inside the mind, how it happens, it is taking place over here. Okay, just see the diagram, same thing, same, just the diagram is sensory receptor, integration, motor output through effector. So if you touch this candle flame, the receptor present in the skin, it takes the information and converts it into electrical signal, and this goes through the nerves. The signal which goes through the nerves is called as nerve impulse. Okay, so this is the direction of impulse through the cell body, goes through here. This is the structure of neuron. Okay, in the brain, integration takes place over here. You can see this through motor neuron goes to the muscle, and muscle is, this hands is pulled back. Okay, this diagram is clear to you all. The same diagram you can see now. The peripheral nervous system means sensory input and motor output. This comes under peripheral nervous system, and this part, the brain and the spinal cord, comes under central nervous system. So this should be clear that central nervous system, the CNS, sometimes we write CNS and PNS. CNS means central nervous system, which consists of brain and spinal cord, and peripheral nervous system consists of all the nerves, whether the nerves are present in brain or the nerves are present attached to the spinal cord. So these are the nerves. Sensory input and motor output comes through nerves. So these comes under peripheral nervous system. Okay, and this you already know, the sensory receptor and effector. Is it clear, Safia?
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you explain the previous slide?
Previous one. Saklin, you are asking?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a moment. This one?
Yes, ma'am. That one.
Okay. See, the same thing, just another picture is drawn over here. This, in your hand, in your skin, the sensory receptors are there. You know, the receptor takes the stimulus, right? What is the stimulus? Burning of candle. Touching this hand, touching the finger with the flame. So when you touch it with the flame, what happens? The receptor, the hotness, the message is, what is the message? The sensory input is that it is hot. So this message is, it will not go in English language, it will go in electrical signal. The coding language is there. So same way here also, electrical signal, this message gets converted into electrical signal. This is skin, and this message goes through the nerves. This nerve is called as sensory nerve or sensory neuron. So this goes through the sensory nerves to the brain. Now here in brain, integration takes place. So here another nerve is there, which is a motor nerve. And here integration, this is called as interneuron, the connection between the sensory nerve and motor nerve. Like you remember the vein and arteries mein connection hota tha through the capillaries like this. Remember that? The veins and arteries, capillaries, through capillaries, this was the connection. So same way here, interneurons are there. And here in the brain, this information, the brain integrates the information and says that pull back your hand. This information again goes in the form of electrical signal to the muscle, hand muscle. And this is motor output. Pulling the hand behind is the motor output. And the muscle is effector. Is it clear, Saklin?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is the same thing, sensory, CNS and PNS. Now you see the nervous system is divided into two parts, peripheral and central. Already told you. Peripheral may, I told you, it is about the nerves. Now peripheral is again changed, divided into autonomic and somatic. Somatic means which consists of sensory and motor nerves, which you saw in the previous slide. And autonomic means which is not controlled by our brain, means which is not controlled, it is a self-regulated action. It takes place on its own, like breathing, like digestion, okay, resting. So these are the things which takes place on its own. And this also I explained you last class, sympathetic further divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic and parasympathetic, I remember I told you one example of robbery, then that when you see, anybody remembers that example? When you see a robbery taking place, what happens? What happens? The brain, that time, the brain advises me, the brain commands the heart to pump faster. You remember when you are scared, when you are afraid, what happens? The breathing and pumping is increased, the rate is increased, right? Why it happens? Because at that time, either suppose if you're seeing a robbery, what will happen? Either you will fight with the robbers or you will run away. So both the things require a heavier dose of oxygen, right? So that is why that time your breathing is faster, your heartbeat is faster. So this is sympathetic. This is called as arousing. And these actions takes place on its own. These are self-regulated action. Okay. And another one is parasympathetic. This is just reverse of sympathetic, means you are calming, you are relaxing, you're resting, and digestion also takes place in this parasympathetic. Okay. Is it clear? So these details are not required, but you should know what are the parts of nervous system, peripheral and CNS. Central nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Peripheral consists of, these are the nerves. Okay. And further divided into autonomic and somatic. Autonomic further divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic. Okay. And this is somatic, means sensory and motor output. You can see this is a cross section of, can you imagine what is it? Cross section of? It is spinal cord. Okay. If you see it from the top, it will look like this. And the information from the spinal cord goes to brain. This is sensory. And from the brain to the spinal cord, this is motor. And from from the spinal cord, it goes to the whatever gland or muscle it has to go. Okay. You can see the analogy here. This is a post office, and this post office is, suppose you can think about it as a brain. So this post office is brain, and this is your body. You are writing, or you can say external environment. So you write a letter and send it to the brain, send it to the post office, okay, through the roadways and through this carrier. So this goes to the post office. Post office sends it, and whenever it receives the answer, the reply, it will send back to the person. Okay, through again road. Sorry. So this is sensory nerves and this is motor nerves. If this is brain, information reaching the brain through this road is called, information is called as sensory input. This road is called as sensory neuron or sensory nerve. When it takes back the response, the answer, the reply, this is called as motor neuron. And here, whatever action, whatever is written in the letter, you will do. So that is your motor output. Okay. So this is just nervous system analogy in real life. How can you interpret it? Now, central nervous system consists of brain. You already know what is the weight of human brain. You know what is the weight of human brain? It is 1.3 kg, 1.3 to 1.4 kg. Okay, so that much heavy the brain is there. It is situated inside the skull. So the skull protects the brain. It is the main control center and connected to the spinal cord. So whatever information goes to the brain, it will go through the spinal cord to the brain. Okay, so the main function, main part of central nervous system is brain and the spinal cord. And you can see that the spinal cord is a highway. You know, in cities also, highways are there and the smaller roads are connected to it, right? So same way you can think about the spinal cord. It is the major highway in our body, and the small other roads are the nerves which connects to each and every part of the body. Because your brain can command to any part of your body. Your average adult human brain weighs 3 pounds, which is 1.3 to 1.4 kg. Brain contains 100 billion nerve cells. Billion nerve cells. And many nerve cells bundled together forms a nerve. You know what is a nerve? These nerves are like this, the cables. You see electrical cables? This is a cord. So these type of nerves will be this type, and inside this neurons are there, bundles of neurons joined together. So neuron is called as nerve cell. Okay, we'll study in detail about nerves. First we'll study about brain, spinal cord, and then nerve. Okay, this is the structure of brain. You can see, just observe the structure, then I'll show you a video. You will understand. It is a 3-dimensional form. You will understand it, how the brain works and what are the parts. This part is called as cerebrum. It is a major part. It covers the major part of the brain. Cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus comes under forebrain. Midbrain is this part, and hindbrain is this, in which the brain stem comes. Pons, medulla oblongata, cerebellum, and this is spinal cord. It goes to spinal cord. Okay, so this is the diagram. I'll just stop sharing and show you a video. You will understand it. Yeah.
What is the hypothalamus?
It is a part in the brain. You will come to know when I show you the video, and then again we'll come back to this diagram. Okay. So, can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
It Health presents How the Body Works with Chloe and the Nerve. Whoa, that was a big one.
I'll say. Hey, where did the brain go?
That nose tornado scattered the brain all across Bodylandia.
Hello, children. I am the cerebrum.
Oh, hi, friend. Do you know where we could find the brain?
You're going on a marvelous adventure to find 4 important parts of the brain. Wow. I am the biggest part of the brain, the thinking part of the brain, and the part that controls your voluntary muscles. Without me, you wouldn't be able to dance or talk to your friends.
No dancing. Oh, dear.
I am the cerebrum. I store your memories and make it possible for you to have feelings and emotions. I'm located right here. By weight, I'm more than 85% of your brain. I'm split into 2 halves. The right half of the cerebrum controls the left side of your body, and the left controls the right side. Everything from doing a math problem to playing the piano.
Ooh, that's amazing.
I am kind of amazing. Now, on with the adventure. Just follow the brainy brick road. Follow the brainy brick road. The brainy brick road.
We will already. You don't have to be all pushy about it.
Ooh. I'm the brainstem. I connect the brain to the spinal cord. Could you stop yelling?
Sorry, we scare easily.
I'm located at the base of the brain, where I connect the brain to the spinal cord. The spinal cord is a bundle of nerves that is protected by the spine. The spinal cord is the main pathway for information to flow from the brain to the rest of the body.
Wow. Nice to meet you, brainstem.
I'm in charge of all the functions your body needs to stay alive, like breathing air, circulating blood, and digesting food.
And that you do. Hey, Nerb and Chloe. Hi, Bridge.
Well, I
guess you could say I'm sort of like a bridge. I'm part of the brain called the corpus callosum. I'm a thick band of nerve fibers that connect the two halves of the brain.
That's impressive.
Oh, hi, friend.
Nice to meet you, friends. I'm the cerebellum. I control your balance, movement, and coordination. I'm located at the back of the brain, right over here. It's my job to keep you balanced.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, let's see. Cerebrum, corpus callosum, brainstem, cerebellum. I think we've done it, Chloe.
That's right. Your adventure is complete. Now, just click your heels and you can go home.
Click my heels? That's not very scientific.
Okay. So is it clear how the parts of the brain next time, the time is over. Next time I'll be explaining you in detail the parts of the brain, and once again we'll study about brain. Okay. So brain, the main part of central nervous system is, but you have to.
Cerebellum.
No, central nervous system, not brain. What is the main part of central nervous system?
Brain.
And?
Spinal cord.
Yes,
Spinal
two
cord.
parts are there in central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. And what are the parts of peripheral nervous system?
Nerves.
Yes, nerves. So nerves can be, nerves again, two types I have written, cranial nerves and sensory and motor nerves, right? Spinal nerves, you can say that. Okay, so what are cranial nerves? What are cranial nerves? The nerves present in the brain. Okay, so just pay attention in the class, because then, or you revise the class, otherwise you will forget it in the next class. Okay, so till here, again in the next class we'll start with the brain. So till here you just be clear, whatever doubt is there, come with the doubts in the next class. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, chalo, see you. Bye. See you in the maths class.